Breaking news, my country people. The tribunal trashed Peter Obi, Labour Party's argument that Tinubu failed to score 25% vote in the FCT, declares it irrelevant. Yes, my country people. The Presidential Election Tribunal have dismissed, the 25% mandatory FCT vote requirement, which Peter Obi has stood on his ground on several occasions, saying that he should be declared the winner of the elections because he scored 25% of votes cast in the FCT, something that Bola Ahmed Tinubu failed to get, also Atiku Abubakar. So Peter Obi was using this, against Tinubu. Now the Presidential Election Petition Court have said that it is irrelevant that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu failed to score 25% of the vote cast in at least two-thirds of the states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Sahara reporters have reported that Peter Obi and the Labour Party prayed to the courts to declare him as the candidate that secured the majority of the lawful votes cast with the required constitutional spread of not less than 25% of the vote cast in at least two-thirds of the states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. But in its ruling on Wednesday, the court held that it is irrelevant. It agrees with the argument of the respondent that the FCT does not enjoy a special status and that Abuja is inhabited by Nigerians and Abuja does not enjoy any special privilege. It had observed it as irrelevant, it held. Earlier, the court said Peter Obi and the Labour Party failed to prove animalities in their petitions against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his Vice President Kashim Shettima. They pushed that one aside. Now they are coming up saying, well, you see the almighty 25% mandatory votes. People are claiming Tinubu did not meet that requirement. Well, it is irrelevant. It is irrelevant. It doesn't matter if Tinubu, got 25% of vote cast in the Federal Capital Territory. It doesn't matter. So, my country people, the Presidential Election Tribunal have dismissed that 25% FCT vote requirement. Yes, they have dismissed the petition, alleging that that the requirement for the presidential candidates to be declared winners of the election is that they must secure at least 25% of votes cast in the Federal Capital Territory, FCT Abuja. A report that the tribunal chairman, Justice Haruna Simon Tassimini, said in a ruling on Wednesday, September 6, 2023, that there is no special status attached to the FCT and it is equal to every other state in Nigeria. The ruling was made in the response to a petition filed by the Labour Party and its presidential candidate Peter Obi, who challenged the election of President Bola Tinubu. And Obi had argued that Tinubu should be disqualified, should be disqualified from being president because he did not win the 25% of votes cast in the FCT. Now, this issue of this 25% of votes cast in the FCT has become, a very hot topic of national debates. People have been, talking about it. What is the requirement and how is the 25% of votes in the FCT required? How is it a mandatory requirement for a presidential candidate to win the presidential election? A lot of people have aired their own options. We have Dr. Olise Abakoba-San had said that the constitution is clear, that the FCT, that the 25% votes in the FCT is compulsory. He said that yes, it is mandatory. Meanwhile, another had disagreed, saying it is not compulsory. Femi Falana San had said according to section 299 1 of the Constitution, that the provisions of the Constitution shall apply to the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, as if they were one of the states of the Federation. So it means that the FCT is the 37th state. So the Section 134 of the Constitution, which provides that not less than at least 1/4 of the vote cast at the election in each of at least 2/3 of all the states and the FCT means 25%. It means 25 states or 24 states plus the FCT. So winning the FCT by a presidential candidate is not compulsory. This is now like a national debate where a lot of people have aired their options, whether the 25% of lawful votes in the FCT, if it's compulsory or not. Well, a lot have said it is not compulsory for a presidential candidate to win the FCT before he or she can be declared as the president. And that is the grounds in which, on that grounds, INEC declared Tinubu the president-elect when he declared Tinubu as the president-elect on the 1st of March. You know, a lot of people were saying, oh, this man did not secure votes in the FCT. How come he emerged? Well, I guess the INEC chairman, Mahmoud Yakubu, knew better, because the court now has confirmed that this is quite irrelevant. It doesn't matter. So those that are saying Tinubu should be disqualified because of this reason, well, they are telling Nigerians that it doesn't matter. It is irrelevant. Tinubu is the president, and that is the final, decision whether he gets 25% in the FCT or not. It is not, required. But then, in our constitution, it was stated there that at least a presidential, before someone can be declared the president-elect, he or she must get at least 2/3 of all the states in the federation and also the FCT Abuja. So my country people, what are your thoughts on this? Yes, what are your thoughts on this? Because it is quite clear that the president Tinubu is getting an upper hand at the election petitions tribunal. However, Nigerians have reacted. We told them that there is nothing special about the FCT, but because they are desperate, they never listened. Well, we are watching. The lawyers have scammed Peter Obi. Now, Peter Obi has nowhere to go. Again, Obi has lost his argument. Peter Obi should not waste his money to pursue any appeal. He should just visit the president and prostrate to him and congratulate him. Okay, guys, these are some few reactions from Nigerians. So, my country people, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.